Is Caitlin Clark playing tonight? Latest injury update on Fever Star's Groin injury ahead of Sun clash. Once again, the Connecticut Sun clash against the Indiana Fever. They already met 3 times so far, and will have their 4th matchup on August 17. But the biggest question on fans' minds is whether their star, Caitlin Clark, will return to court. The highly anticipated game brings high stakes for the two teams, with odds tilting in favor of the opponents with her continued absence. The Sun won their first game against the Fever on May 30, shortly after Caitlin Clark sustained a quad injury. Will Caitlin Clark play against the Connecticut Sun on August 17? The standout guard hasn't played since July 15, when she aggravated a lingering groin injury during a previous game against Connecticut. Initial projections suggested Clark could return by August 12 for the Fever's clash with Dallas, but she remains sidelined. According to ESPN's latest injury tracker, her next possible return date is now August 26 against the Seattle Storm. Fever head coach Stephanie White also hinted during a recent broadcast that Clark would resume practice in mid-August, though she still needs to go through multiple sessions before returning to game action. As it stands, Clark will not be playing in tonight's game against the Sun. Her recovery remains ongoing, and she has yet to rejoin team practices. How has the Fever endured Clark's absence? Since her absence began, the Fever have endured both highs and lows. They managed to string together a 5-game win streak from July 24 to August 3, before dropping 4 of their last 5 games, exposing inconsistency and offensive struggles without their primary playmaker. Clark initially missed games due to a quad injury in late June, but returned briefly in early July. However, in the July 15 matchup in Boston, she re-aggravated her groin, managing only 14 points on 4 of 14 shooting in a loss to Connecticut. Since then, the Fever have been forced to rely heavily on players like Kelsey Mitchell, Netisha Howard, and Aaliyah Boston. In tonight's matchup, Indiana is statistically the stronger team in many respects, with a more efficient offense, stronger ball movement, and better overall numbers in assists per game. The Fever does have a stronger chance of winning, but the Sun doesn't have any less. They also have some advantages. They have well-rested players, a clean injury report, and momentum from their recent win. Meanwhile, Indy reels from season-ending injuries of Ari McDonald and Sydney Colson, leaving them to patch their rotation, with players signed to short-term contracts. Despite fielding a projected starting lineup with 3 multi-time All-Stars, including Boston, Howard, and Mitchell, the Fever's depth and cohesion are being tested. Until Clark returns, Indiana will need to rely on its remaining veterans and emerging talent to stay in the playoff race and hold off an opportunistic Connecticut squad looking to exploit the Fever's vulnerability.